Okay, in today's video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes and share exactly how I built a successful YouTube channel in just 6 months. And no, it wasn't magic. It was a journey of consistency, growth, and a lot of learning along the way. But if I can do it, you most definitely can too. Hey everyone, Saarenoja here. Welcome to my channel where I help new YouTubers grow on YouTube. So first things first, the first thing I did was build a strong community. I didn't even realize I was doing it at the time, but I did. And this is something that I think is so foundational for building a strong YouTube channel and eventually making a business out of your YouTube channel. I didn't just focus on creating content. I focused on creating a space where people could connect, engage, and feel like they were part of something bigger and that they were growing with me. A community isn't just about the numbers of how many people are following you. It's about genuine interaction and support of each other. I made sure to share everything behind the scenes with my subscribers, showing them the real side of what I was experiencing of building a channel. And I was also sharing tips and advice and everything I was learning with them. Everything that I learned in my courses from my mentors, everything. I wanted to make sure they knew this journey wasn't just for me, it was for us to grow, for us as midlifers to come on YouTube, be a success, live the life we want to live, and live our dreams and live our passion and get paid for it. The next thing I did was I walked my talk. And I was authentic. Walking my talk was non-negotiable for me. I have always believed that authenticity is key in everything that you do. And now that I'm midlife and over 40, 45 to be exact right now, I don't want to be anyone I'm not anymore. I've spent so much of my life people pleasing, doing stuff for others, blah, blah, blah. Now is your time to live your life for you. And I feel like something happens in midlife. And that's why I love to work with people, midlife and beyond, because we are solid in who we are. We know what we want and we're willing to go after it. And that's really what you need on YouTube. So I didn't just talk about creating content or growing a YouTube channel. I showed the process. I shared my wins. I shared my struggles. I shared my failures. And even in the times that I felt like giving up, when I was looking exhausted, I shared that with my viewers to let them know this is what's going on. This is what it's taking me. And this is what it's taking out of me. But also by being vulnerable and real, I built trust with my audience and they became vulnerable with me. And I could see what they needed from me. And then I could help them even more because I knew what they were feeling. And I also knew that what I was feeling was not abnormal. Other people were feeling that as well. And when people come to my channel, they know that what they see is the truth. I'm not pretending to have all the answers. I'm not pretending to be a guru of YouTube. I am saying, this is what I'm learning. I tried it. It works. Go for it. It may or may not work for you, but it's worked for me. And I think it could possibly work for you too, because really we're not that different. So this vulnerability really connected me with the viewers on a deeper level. And the third thing I would say for building a YouTube channel and making it successful is to provide value every step of the way. The core of everything that I did was value, in my opinion. I was committed to giving as much as I could, whether that was practical advice on growing on YouTube channel, behind the scenes insight, or tools that I was using personally, or my experiences and how to learn not to do what I did because I made some mistakes along the way, or just by being generous with the information I shared. I made sure my viewers felt like they were gaining like deep wisdom or like they were getting something from every video. I believe when you add value first, the results naturally follow. The next thing I did, which is a huge passion in my life, is I created a space for motivating people or for allowing them to see their potential, allowing them to see what was possible. It was really important to me on my channel to be like, hey, look at me. I'm nothing special. I'm walking on a dirt road with my phone, filming myself, and you're seeing my video. The YouTube algorithm is pushing my video out to you. I have 500 subscribers and it's coming to you. That's what I was doing in the beginning of my videos when I had like 500 subscribers. And I was like, look, I'm coming into your YouTube channel. Like, you can do this too. There is no reason why you can't do this. Because it's so easy to feel like success on YouTube is for the other people, the big creators, or, it just happens to everyone else, but it won't happen to me. But I wanted to create a space where my viewers could believe that growing a YouTube channel was possible for them too, because it is totally possible. And I showed them the process, the real challenges, the small wins, the big wins. I shared everything to kind of help to motivate people to believe in themselves and to believe that it's possible. And I have no doubt in my mind at all that it's possible for pretty much everyone. And I know people say that's not true. People don't have camera confidence. People don't have this. If someone wants something, they can get it. I'm sorry, but if you really believe, you really go after your dreams, you will get there. And if you don't land on your exact dream, all that effort will land you in another dream life. I promise you. Like, if you just work hard and work smart and do and show up and really believe in yourself, I truly believe you can get where you want to go. Even if it's not the exact spot you thought you wanted to be, you might discover that you actually prefer where you ended up. The fifth thing I would recommend if you want to grow your YouTube channel and be successful at it is to jump before you're ready with everything. One of the most important lessons I learned in this journey is that you don't have to wait until everything's perfect. I jumped before I was ready so many times. Honestly, there's never a perfect time to start anything in life. Like, I could have waited until I had the perfect setup, the perfect studio, the perfect script, or the perfect idea, or the time when my kids weren't running in the videos or screaming in the background or piecemealing everything together because I had 3 children in the house. I could have waited until the children were grown, where it was a little bit easier, where I could actually focus and have a brain and sleep at night and all those things. But I didn't. I just jumped in. I was exhausted. I was a mother of 3. I was super busy. I had just lost my career of 13 years. I was lost. And I just jumped in. I just jumped in with both feet. And what I found was something just so incredible. And when you allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone, you'll discover that getting out of your comfort zone is so fun after you've jumped. It's scary. It's all of that. I get it. It's really scary. It's really challenging. It's all of those things. But after you do it, you're like, I'm so glad I did it. When in your life have you ever got out of your comfort zone when you really felt it was time to do so? And then you look back and you think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have stayed where I was. I should have stayed in that comfort, that misery for a little bit longer. No, everyone that does something and gets out of their comfort zone and learns something about themselves and grows, in hindsight, it was a good thing to do. It was the necessary thing to do. It was the thing you needed to do to get you where you are now. So instead of thinking and waiting for everything to be perfect, I just took action. I posted videos even when I wasn't sure how they perform. I just wanted to move forward. And I felt like if I was posting videos, I was moving forward. And those videos, even when imperfect, built momentum for my channel. And that's what matters. Building momentum, growing, getting the YouTube algorithm primed to what you're all about, connecting you to the right viewers, all of those things. It's really important to just get out there and go for it. And I see oftentimes with the people I work with that posting that first video can be so scary. And I get that. It can be. But I promise you, once you post it, you will look back and be like, it wasn't that bad. Really, you will. I know you can't imagine that now if you haven't posted your first video, but you will post it. You might think it's awful. You might be like, that is an awful video. But the fact that you did it and you went out of your comfort zone and you posted that video despite feeling fear, despite all of those things, despite people making fun of you for wanting to be on YouTube, despite all of that stuff, you did it and you will feel good because you will have had a win. And I think posting your first video is a huge win. Do not belittle that. Do not minimize that. It is a huge win. So yes. So my point is, do not wait for the perfect time to do it. Just jump. The sixth thing I want to say, what I think is really important for growing a YouTube channel is consistency. That was key on my channel. I committed to posting 3 videos a week, no matter what. No matter what, I got them out there. And sometimes I even got more videos out a week because I thought the videos I posted were so terrible. I had to post another video to make up for it. So it was a grind at first, but over time it became second nature. I knew that more I posted, the more chances I had to reach new people and to grow my community and refine my content, grow as a person, grow as a channel. And if you're serious about growing your channel, consistency is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Please hear me on that. I know other channels will tell you it doesn't matter. It does matter. I have all the evidence from the people I'm working with, from my channel. It matters. It does matter. Maybe once you are established as a larger channel, then you can maybe be less consistent. But if you want to grow and you want to continually grow your channel, you need to be consistent, in my opinion. And that is the opinion of all the people I've ever learned from, all my mentors or the courses I've taken. They have that exact same opinion. So even when my views started to dip or my subscribers each week was dipping, I kept posting, and that consistency paid off tenfold. Okay, number 7, creating a membership or some sort of community for your people. So along the way, I started consulting with people who wanted to grow their own channels. I started a consulting and coaching business, and that allowed me to connect with creators directly and share everything I knew. But I didn't stop there because I wanted to create something bigger. I wanted to create a place where we could all gather and have a conversation together and talk to each other, give each other advice, and share our wins and share our, have support when we're feeling low, because YouTube can be a very lonely journey. It's a solo journey. It's like you doing everything, unless you have some sort of help with you or you're doing a channel with your partner or something like that. But for the most part, it's a very lonely journey. So I created a membership program where I could work more closely with a community and offer even more value from inside that community. So I have created a Skool community. And I do think, you could create Patreon, you could create a YouTube membership community. There's so many communities you can create, but I do think it's an important thing to do, or an important step if you want to create a successful YouTube channel, because it allows you to really get to know your viewers, but it also allows you to connect with them. It allows them to connect with each other. And it's just beautiful. And then you also gain so much insight into what they need and what they're struggling with and how you can help them and how they help you. I mean, it goes back and forth. It's a give and take relationship, I feel like, when you create a community, and it's beautiful. And so I definitely recommend that if you want to create a successful YouTube channel, consider making a community. And tip number 8, which I think is really important, is to have a long-term idea in your mind, a long-term strategy. That come into it thinking, I'm building a business on YouTube. I'm not just going to be a YouTuber. I am going to build something. I'm going to build a legacy. I'm going to build a business. I'm going to help people. I have a goal of helping people and making the world a better place. Like, make it something bigger so that when you have a little setback, you don't stop, because you think of all the people that are depending on you. You think of all the people you could be helping. You think about it in a long-term fashion. And I really think when you think about it in a long-term way, when you think about it as a sustainable business that you want to build, when you have those temporary setbacks, for fear, like with fear of failure or something happens, you don't give up. You keep going. Because I went all in with the understanding setbacks were just part of the process, a lesson. Failures are lessons, experimentation. And actually, I never look at anything as a failure, because I think in order to succeed in life, you have to fail many times. And those failures aren't failures because they're getting you towards success, right? So if we call them failures, it feels like a bad thing. So I call them experimentation, experiments. You're testing things, and you test and test and test. What works, you keep going with. What doesn't work, you learn from it, and then you keep going. So either way, there is going to be setbacks on this journey, and that's part of the process. And it's a great part of the process, because when you know you're failing, you're getting closer to the actual answer of what will help you succeed. It's like you have to go through the no's to get to the yeses. No, this didn't work. No, this didn't work. No, this didn't work. This worked. Yes, I'm a little bit further now. No, it didn't work. No, it didn't work. But every no isn't going backwards. It's going forwards. So it's all moving you forward. And that, I think, is really important to pay attention to. So if you're looking to build a successful YouTube channel or any other dream of your life that you're working on, remember this. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, commitment, and believing that it's possible. And you will get there. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.